Dumela. Please try this out. Give yourself around 5 minutes and actually give yourself 10 minutes. Just pause and then check these solutions after 10 minutes. Today we are going to be doing profit markup. What is a profit markup? A markup is the percentage profit expected from selling a product. The cost price of the product is the amount paid to purchase the product, obviously plus any directly attributable costs. And we've got selling price is the amount or value the product is sold for. Basically, markup is selling price per unit minus cost price per unit divided by cost price if it was on cost. Okay. Markup is simply a percentage that enables you to sell your product at a higher price. So you add that percentage to the cost price to determine the selling price. You want your selling price to be higher than the cost price. That is because you want to make profit from your sales. So that's why your sales have to be higher than your cost price. Let us look at example 2. Calculate the selling price if the cost price is 25,000 and the markup is 20% on cost. To calculate the selling price, you have to use one of the two formulas. Selling price is equals to cost times 100 plus the markup percentage. In this case, please note that the markup percentage is 20%. So where there's markup, I will put 20%. Where there's cost price, I will substitute 25,000. Enter that into your calculator. Simply take 25,000 multiply it by, open brackets, 100 100% plus 20 plus 20%, and it will give you 30,000, which is the solution that you will get. So basically the selling price will be 30,000. Let us continue with profit markup. I've explained all of that. Let us look at example 3. Here we are given the cost price and they want us, actually given the selling price and they want us to calculate the cost price. If the selling price is 30,000 and the markup is 20% on cost. Cost price is equals to selling price multiplied by 100 divided by 100 plus the markup is the formula that you're going to use to calculate the cost price. Where the selling price, you will substitute 30 multiplied by 100 divided by 120. How did I get that 120? The 120 that I got in the denominator, it's simply 100% plus the markup of 20%. You simply took 100 and you added to that markup of 20% and it gave you 120. You just use this formula here. When you multiply out, you will get the cost price as 25,000. Later on, when you get to accounting, I will explain why it's always 100 divided by 100 plus markup. That is because, let me just tell it to you now, it's because the selling price already is at 120. So you multiply by what you want, you divide by what you're given. We want the cost price, which is always at 100%. So you'll multiply by cost price, which is 100%, and you divide by the selling price, which is at 120%. That is because you already added the markup of 20% to the cost price for you to determine the selling price. So the cost price will end up being that 25,000 rand. Try this classwork one quickly. You need to calculate the selling price if the cost price is 33,600 and the markup is 12% on cost. You will use this formula. Selling price is equals to cost price times 100% plus markup percentage. Where there's cost price, you will substitute 33,600, and where there is markup, percentage, you'll substitute 12. Where there's markup, you'll substitute 12. 100% plus 12% will give you 112%. Multiply that by 33,600, it will give you 37,632. Try this one out. Give yourself 5 minutes. Calculate the cost price if the selling price is 52,440 and the markup is 15% on cost. Cost price is equals to selling price times 100 divided by 100 plus markup percentage. Selling price according to this question is 52,440 times 100 divided by 100 plus 15 because the markup is 15%. 100 plus 15 is the same as 115. When you times it by 52,440, it will give you 45,600. Now, try this one out. Dry Eyes Clothing bought 320 jackets from a supplier at a cost price of 300 per jacket. The store has a markup of 25% on the cost price per jacket. The cost price plus the markup is called the selling price. What is the total cost of all jackets? That's the first question. Calculate the selling price of a jacket, one jacket. What is a profit made per jacket? The company sells 70% of its stock. How much income was received? Suppose that each remaining jacket is sold at a discount of 20% of the selling price per jacket. What is the discounted price and how much income did the company receive after all jackets were sold? Let's answer this. Okay. Solutions. I will start with the first question. What is the total cost of all jackets? We had 320 jackets and we bought them for 300 Rand per jacket. So the total cost will be 300 Rand times 320 and that will give you 96,000. Calculate the selling price of a jacket. One jacket is sold for 300. It's bought for 300. We need to put up a markup of 25%. So to determine the selling price, we will take the cost price times 100 plus markup percentage, which is 300 times 125, and 300 times 125 will give us 375. What is a profit made per jacket? Profit will be selling price minus cost price. Selling price per jacket is 375 and the cost price is 300. 375 minus 300 will give you 75. So the profit made per jacket will be 75 Rand. Now, if the company sells 70% of its stock, how much income is received? I would take 320 times it by 70 percent or 30% to determine what is, well, in this case, it's times 70%. And whatever I get there, now what I will do is to take 320 times 70%, and because that represents the total number of jackets. And then whatever number you get, take it and multiply it by 375. Otherwise, get the total. So I will get the total selling price, which is the option that I went with. The total selling price is 120,000, which is 375,000 times 320 jackets. But only 70% of the total was sold, and 70% of the total, which is 120 times 70%, will give us 84. Or you can take the number of units, which is 320, times them by 70%, you'll get 224. And just take that 224, times it by the selling price of 375, and it will give you selling price of all units, which is 84,000. Suppose that each remaining jacket is sold at a discount of 20% of the selling price per jacket. What is the discounted price and how much income did the company receive after all jackets were sold? Now, you first have to determine the remaining jackets, which will be 320 minus 324. So whatever answer you get there, you must multiply it by the discounted selling price, which is a bit tricky, right? So all I did here was just to determine the total value of the remaining jackets. And the total value of the remaining jackets will be 120, which is the selling price of all jackets, minus 84, which is simply the selling price of the 224 jackets that were sold. Okay. Actually, I just don't. I want to start with the other method because I think that one makes a bit more sense. Let me just start with the other method where you will simply take the remaining jackets, which will be 320 minus 224, and whatever that value will be multiplied by 80% of 80% of that selling price. I'm trying to determine the selling price, which is 375, 80% of 375. And you'll multiply the two to determine the total income that was earned. All right. You will notice that, well, actually, I included the other working in the other slide, so we'll just do it later. So here I determined the remaining jacket, which is 36,000, and take that 36,000, times it by 28,000, times it by 80%, it'll give us 28,800. This is just from the remaining jackets, but when you add it with all the jackets that we sold, which was 84,000, it'll give us income from all jackets, and income from all jacket will be 112,800. Or you could have done it this way, okay? I don't know why it's repeating that. Okay. Or you could have done it this way. Take the 320, times it by 30% to find the remaining, which is 96. And then discount the price to find 80% of it is 300. Take the remaining, add it, multiply it by the discounted price. It'll give you income from the discounted price, which is 28,800. And then you just add the 84,000 to that to get income from all jackets, which is 112,800. Okay. And that is it. In the next video, we will be doing vet. Please check out the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Oh yeah, I forgot. I need to shout out all my great tens. Today, I'll just say Karabelo, Halani. Hope you're good. Yeah, thanks that you guys make me too.